aren't actually these. They're a slightly different shade, and they didn't come with a V-cap. So before we go any further, let's show you how to install the V-cap. On a simple countertop like this small area here, we're not going to draw any layout lines. The layout is pretty much determined by the trim pieces along the front, so we'll put those in first and work back. The mortar that I'm using to secure the tiles is thin set, just like we used to attach the backer board to the plywood. And you apply it in the same way, spreading it out and then combing it into ridges. Our V-cap is the first tile to go in, and I'm putting a little bit of pure silicone adhesive on the back of the front lip of the tile. This will secure it to the front edge of the underlayment. That front edge is part backer board and part plywood, and the silicone will adhere best to both those surfaces. Once the edge pieces are in, I fill in behind them with the full field tiles. For this area, we start with the first full field tile in the corner and work back. The field tiles have a little spacer bar that holds them a little less than 1/16 of an inch apart. So that's the grout joint we'll try first. Since I'm working without any reference lines, I want to keep a pretty good eye on the grout lines and make sure they're staying pretty straight. Finally, when the spacing is all set, I cut and install the tiles along the back wall and the side panel. Now, the techniques that I'm using with this counter might not work with a large, more complicated counter. So now, we'll show you some different techniques as we do the rest of the countertops in here. Now, the way that we're handling the front edge of our countertop, since the V-cap trim piece isn't available for it, is to use what's called a bullnose trim piece. A bullnose is a tile with one rounded finished edge. We're going to place the bullnose on the front of the countertop so it hangs over the edge a little bit, and then use a small piece of cut tile